Okay. I think it's time to continue some MSQ here. I'll be the Viper for this one. Yeah, we got our glam here. We're looking pretty good, huh? I think we'll go. Let's do the Pelu Pelu first. I'm actually very curious about the Pelu Pelu. And normally I would save them for last, but you know, I kind of let's just try it out. Let's just see. The quest to Kozama Uka will become available once you have completed. Yeah. To Urqopacha. Am I saying that correctly? Urqopacha, something like that. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the states of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urqopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urqopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing some more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. Now, the Pelu Pelu weren't the shoe puff guys right now. I don't think they were. You want to ride the shoe puff? Or something like that? Oh, look, it's Key Lime. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at... It's all been arranged. They look very happy. Happy Hanu. Hey, look, it's Key Lime. I feel like I haven't seen you in game in a long time. Are you a monk right now? What is the... Oh, I thought you had like boxing gloves on. Here, you want to join the party? You can join the party if you want. All right, what are the updates? Mahjong crate. What happened to the big the whole Mahjong thing? The Mahjong plate. You're supposed to have that. I guess we'll activate this, and perhaps I'll eat some fat Choco Choco stuff. Okay, off we go. Please come follow if you want. Are you dressed as like a Street Fighter character or something? Isn't there a Street Fighter character that's like that? Or something like that? Perhaps. This is your outfit for the first raid tier? Was that your inspiration? Isn't there a Street Fighter? Wait, Novel would know. Isn't there a Street Fighter character that looks like this? That has like a green top and then the red gloves. I think she might have like a beret or something. Oh, we're gonna take the Alpacas. Are these fluffy babies our mounts? The Pelu Pelu all being small is confusing enough, but those masks make it almost impossible to tell men from women, let alone guess their age. The beasts are sure-footed, that's for certain. Oh, why did it have to be alpacas? Talking to a Pelu before we departed was a wise decision. I, for one, would rather not brave a treacherous, slippery trail on foot. Oh, it's Cammy? But that's not Cammy. Oh. Well, that's what came to my mind. So you're Cammy. May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Yes. Glorious. So glorious. So cute. So floofy. These animals can traverse Urqopacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. Indeed. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea. Alpacas are native to Dawntrail. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities, where it is not needed anyway? It would have been cool if we got like goats or something. You'll see those like mountain goats that like climb the like like but basically looks like a 90-degree slope. But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. Yeah, I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience may find them easy to handle. I like that look. The look she just gave. We're really doing this then. If you wanna become the Dawn servant, you must become one with the alpaca. So was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. Yeah, they're all about that business. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. That reminds me of, I forget the name of but in Shadowbringers, the one, those people that like to serve or something. Was it serve, or they want to, or something like that, right? To be of use. They want it to be useful. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the Third Promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. And so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urqopacha, then that's what we'll do. It's so sunny. So bright and sunny here. Oh, here we go. They all look the same size, but I feel...
Early poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea.
Oh, it's that!
Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urqopacha.
That's so cool.
100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty.
Valigarmanda.
Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Ooh, there's like a little fort up there as well.
So this is Urqopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear. Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som Al.
Makes me think of Final Fantasy 16 a little bit.
That is Urqopacha, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Urqopacha, is that what? Okay.
Oh, do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk-Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's Promise here, of all places.
Ooh, hello. Damn, look at that hair.
But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Bol Nok. Bol Nok, okay.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Urqopacha.
Urqopacha. Okay, we're learning a lot of names here.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch.
Ooh, alpaca ranch.
The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
I got the mezcal here. Let's go.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urqopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
You're too young.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Like, they're very few and far between, but there are supporters of Urqomat's cause.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Yeah, good. Well, I was gonna say, good thing we don't have. We have Alpha Note here. I was gonna say, good thing we don't have Astidian, but we got Alpha Note here.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliolal. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
Charisma. Charisma and trade. High level.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
I bet she's probably in the same camp as, like, Destinian or Alphano.
Watchun Pelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
Don't get lost! I feel like it'd be very difficult to get lost right now. Sweet! Let's go! Plays football once and doesn't even commit to the bit. I don't have the game yet, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Warlords of More sounds like a Lord of the Rings name. It kind of does, doesn't it? Oh look! It's an alpaca. Oh, that's a cool bike. What's that one from? I mean, it looks like I mean, it looks like a Order 66 thing. Sauron's vacationing spot. Yeah. Should have paid the extra 30. Nah, it didn't seem worth it. 30 bucks for 3 days early access. Because I'm not gonna use like the currency or whatever that they put in that bundle anyway, so. I feel the change in altitude most keenly. While mayhap not to the same degree as the Sea of Clouds, the air is decidedly thin here. Yes. The palace crowds were more supportive of her brothers, but Urqomat's peaceful politics do have their quiet adherents, I see. Yeah. It's a small group, but I'm sure that group will grow in number as we continue on, right? I could see more buildings down the path. Bold Nok was talking. Oh, it was taking. I wonder what's over that way. Oh god, I gotta get wind currents, don't I? This is it, Watchun Pelo, home of the Pelu Pelu. Urqomat should have arrived before us. There she is. You did because you wanted to play? Yeah, I want to play too, but that's not good. Figure out wait for the day 1 patch and all that too. You've come all this way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. But please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. I just kind of I don't know. It's kind of looks like a duck bill or something. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes. Finery for our finest lady. That's right. Come, Third Promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady. I like the sound of that. All right, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Aaronville, when did you? We were just right behind you. Ah, a Shatona. Oh, that's right. The Shatona. From far off Zaktural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survive them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed. I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Urqopacha fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. Valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu. Let us all take Aaronville's words of caution to heart. Man, if they opened up this area for more like tourism, I bet the Pelu would make a lot of money, wouldn't they? To Urqopacha! Let's go! Hey, what's going on, Volpini? They've been patching it like crazy for the Friday Rush. I feel like that's usually how these games go, right? They usually have like a day one patch ready to go for like the normal release. I feel like historically that happens for a lot of sports games. I want to climb that. I want to go up there. Also, I want to go up there. I swear, I let her out of my sight for one moment. Urqopacha is lucky to have Aaronville. Everyone, royalty especially, needs a friend unafraid to chide them when the need arises. I was also just kind of thinking about that, right? Because Zorulja has his aide. I forget the guy's name, but his like right hand or advisor, so to speak. I guess Bakul Jaja, they have each other, right? The two heads. It divides himself. Kawana was, I mean, aside from, I'm sure, the inevitable rest of the Scions helping out, he was kind of solo dolo. Or he was solo dolo when we were leaving the gates as well. But I guess Aaronville is like somewhat could be somewhat of like an advisor. Even if it, even if it doesn't feel that way. He's kind of in that supporting role here. Yep. It seems the Pelu are also partial to coffee. Kofefe. All these houses and buildings made to Pelu size, and mine too, come to think of it. I guess that's true, huh? Though I think you're slightly taller than the Pelu. You look a little bit taller, but you will grow. They seem to have reached their peak potential here. Traders of happiness. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do, find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Krile, Nalase, and I will speak with the merchants. Urqopacha, you and Aaronville might try approach travelers and passerby. Kev, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. That's right. So we gotta find out what needs doing here, how we can assist some way. What's that? Okay. Very good, very good. I suppose I should grab the Aetheryte before I forget, huh? Okay, so I totally need to get my freaking... Wait, no. Wait, Ether Currents. Wait, what's the thing? I use the... What do I have? For how do you do this again? It's been so... Oh, the Ether Compass. Oh, I don't have an Ether Compass. Oh, it used to be in here, and now they just moved it here. This is what you're saying. That's probably what happened. Volpini Sorrel, did you guys enjoy the new raid stuff? Welcome to the House of the Pelu Pelu. Wachon Pelo. We have many local specialties on offer here, so please have a look around. Bro, they're so good. Yeah, that's what some folks have been saying here. I've been hearing that they're good on the tweets as well. Oh, I thought you were doing the. Oh, you're still doing MSQ. That's right. That's right. I thought you had done. I thought you were doing it. Zakruk. You look like you can handle yourself. If you're interested in joining the hunt, I reckon you and I might meet again. Yes. And you smell that rich aroma wafting in the air. It comes from this here kofefe, a delicious brew made from the kofefe beans produced at Siblu's coffee grounds. Kofefe grounds. Oh, the distillery? Let's go. Some mezcal? You still have a decent chunk left. You don't think you'll be done until this weekend? Oh, okay. Hey, you almost there. You are almost there. The Dawn Servant Selector? Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't care who sits the throne so long as they keep Doral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying. If you know what I mean. If that's what you want, vote Wuklama. Okay, clearly, right, you know, the populace, certain people are rooting for certain people. How much of a say do they actually have in it, though? That's what I'm curious about. Is there, like, a vote? Is there an electoral college of some sort or something? Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. I actually don't drink kofefe, so. Oh, right, yes, you were asking about that elector business. But being but freshly returned from my trading routes, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobli, could probably tell you more about it. When's the last time you guys had some scout? Can I go in here? Yeah. What's going on, Horn? Coffee. Oh yeah, you love your coffee, don't you? Yeah, I don't drink kofefe. No caffeine for me. Have you up the slope there? Take a look if you like. See how the mezcal is made. Oh, up this way? Ooh, let's go. Going good? Yeah, we doing okay over here. Chilling. It's doing some MSQ here. You're doing great, girl. Just a bit longer, and then you can rest. You think this alpaca is happy? Honestly. You think this alpaca enjoys their job? Just curious. Imagine doing that. Just walking in a circle. All day. Every day. All day, every day. That's the stuff. Ooh, they got some more stuffs over here. Looks like the same spread on each table here. Welcome. Urqopacha is terribly cold, isn't it? Come sit down and have a cup. You'll warm right up. Oh, I guess we're high enough up that I guess it could be kind of chilly around here, huh? Couldn't it? They sell mezcal directly from the distillery here. If you're a spirit drinker, I encourage you to give it a taste. Okay, lots of mezcal. All right, let's continue on. We'll continue on with the thing. All right, what do you have to say, though? You're wondering how we direct our alpaca wagons without reins. Well, a trained alpaca can be commanded with tongue clicks and whistles. 2 sharp clicks means hold up, while blowing hard through pursed lips means off you go. I don't know how to whistle. Oh. Okay, no questions. All right, let's go. I would not be a good alpaca handler. Impatient porter, electors. Oh yes, I've heard all about the right. Let me just. I'm gonna wipe this off real quick. All about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zoralja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No, I would not. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zaral Jah or his policies. Yes. Rep. Okay. Got the Alpaca porter there. What's going on, Tsudabachi? Hello, hello. Hello. Meat Blue's mate garden. It's a bit out of the way, but the mate field. Oh, the mate. Mate? The mate. The garden of mating. This here is the family ranch where we raise alpacas. Their fluffy fleece, wriggly ears, and curious capriciousness are just the best, aren't they? Yes. Hello there, I'm Mablu. Did you have a question for me? You're on NA MSQ as well. How far are you? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prize alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobly, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobly noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Mate. Finish MSQ and raid on JP, now loving jobs over here. Ooh. Do you enjoy the new raid series? Which novel's drinking right now, yeah. How does mate taste like? Novel, would you care to share? Alpacas are sensitive creatures. Describe to us in great detail the taste. And your senses. Gemstone Trader. Oh, this is the thing that Volpini, you were doing. Yeah, the fate thing. Right? I have some gemstones. Zippo Shadow Chaser, best viewers on cut.ly.uejevnlw. Thank you. I appreciate you looking out for me. That's very kind of you. You love both MSQ and the raid. Will not go into detail or you'll get spoiled. No, I appreciate you, sir. Because every time I ask questions, your answer is always like, I enjoyed it or I didn't enjoy it, but I'm not going to say more because I'm not going to spoil you. And you keep it at that, and you're just like, no chances. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobly is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share with us, they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Okay. Let's do this. Really? He's also the head rancher. Well, the Alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Is there, was 171 yams to the oh, it's over here. So, okay. 171 yams to the south. Quite bitter tea-ish, but you can soften it up. Right now with the lemon shavings because you have way too much lemon thanks to your plant in your bed. Oh, I see. A bitter tea-ish. I don't know if I've ever had it, actually. I'm thinking about it. But that sounds kind of up my alley. No? I like bitter stuff. Ugh, that is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobly? Tobly, oh yes. He likes to mingle with the ranch hands to keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobli often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough, all I have to do is offer Tobli a deal he can't... Offer you can't refuse. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobli. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great, we can meet back here to share our impressions. Well, at least I'm not like putting someone's livelihood at stake here by trying to sell their product for them. You know? It's usually a group drink, you pass it around. Oh, because is it so just gotta like let the taste like marinate a little bit. Can't go too ham on it. Well obviously I'm not Tobli. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobli is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. By you. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Okay. That sounds like something Tobli might say. You think I might be Tobli? Haha, well maybe I am. All I will say is that, in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. This one's very nonchalant here. Am I Tobli? Well, yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in our entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? Oh wait, wait, really? I'll sniff out the head ledger in a heartbeat, you'll see. What if it? Trick question, it's you! Don't be pre-storable at Alpha Node. Keep your money, yeah. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Back with food, sarcasm in small package. Sarcasm in small package indeed. Not so much, it's more because you usually have like a whole thermos. Oh, I see. It could be a lot, I see. I see we're both done with our interrogation, so who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. Was it actually the dude who said that that's him? We'll go with the diligent. I don't know. We'll see if we're correct. Because he mentioned the whole spitting thing. Ah, the worker's so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. Unless it was the guy who was just completely honest about it. We know it's you, Tobli, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobli, head ledger of Urqopacha and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Gulul Jaja's chosen electors. Hello. Aha! In a place featured in the Tuliyola saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. That's right, I used the force for that one. She found you out fair and square, Tobli. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here. Whoa, wait, really? It would have been a pity. Or after the cutscene. Okay. This area is your first...
Reducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Yeah, too simple indeed. I had no doubt. Yeah, this is your first or second favorite in all of Dawntrail so far. Interesting. Yeah, I was very curious about the Pelu area. So, I wanted to come here first. Well, I wanted to come here last to save the best for last. But I figured I'd just come here first.
Right. Not hard at all.
Yeah. Wait, you're cheating. You know who it is because we're talking to... Did you cheater?
Zorolja.
Is the
I'm
judge...
told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
Is the Jaw Jaw because of like the amount of heads? Because he's just Zorol Jaw, but then you have like Garol Jaw Jaw and Bakul Jaw Jaw. So if you had 3 heads, like if I was 3 heads, I'd be Kev was Jaw Jaw Jaw.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
You're Dobly.
Well, he went about it his own way. He did what he had to do. The power of sheer intimidation, of will, of hockey. Sounds like that one anime title. What anime title are you talking about? The Bobobo thing?
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column.
The 10th column?
But I think I have a good one.
Give it to me.
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
What do we learn about alpacas, right? You gotta show them respect. Right, I think that's what they said. I don't know. I mean, I would show an alpaca respect if I was trying to capture one, I guess. I don't know.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
Perhaps they're docile once they have been, captured and become a part of the community. So floof. Such floof.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Was in Napoleon Dynamite, did he have a llama or an alpaca? I'm just thinking of that for some reason. Oh, because of this. Okay.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Oh, yes.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, But did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Okay.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Yep. We're gonna learn a lot of lessons during this this rite of succession here. You're gonna open your eyes to new experiences. Open your mind.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait!
Hey, you're not allowed to go.
Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
I believe. Yes, yes! Hello, Ivy.
Are you all right, Urqopacha? We thought we heard you scream.
Yes, you did.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
All right. So if she's going off to catch an alpaca, what are we gonna do? You know, Alpha Node is hands down the funniest scion. Alpha Node has a natural funny bone, but I feel like Urqopacha, if Urqopacha was ever to become a scion, might be able to challenge. He's also got like a natural funny bone. Bobobo, you couldn't remember its name. There's also Durororora, I guess, but that wasn't the one you're thinking of. You were not expecting Tobli's voice to be what it is. What were you expecting? Hello, just coming from your hilarious Randy Marsh video. Oh, hi, Ivy. Yeah, welcome on in. Hello. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, Randy Marsh. We're just doing some MSQ here. Early Dawntrail, so spoilers abound if you haven't started yet, really. I'm still very early. Yeah, not as deep. Not as deep. Oh, yeah, the YouTube you sent. Let's see. Oh, the Pelu Pelu. Oh, meeting Tobli. Oh, this is from X2. I never played X2, though.
Hiya, hiya, Sphere Hunters!
Oh, that's Tobli?
A fantastic show is nearly upon us. I'm Tobli, the sponsor of the show. That's me.
A show?
Yep, it will be quite the spectacle, with their music going bleep, bleep, kaboom! What could go wrong? Whatever could go wrong?
Ooh, that sounds fun. Is it gonna be here?
No, no. We're holding it on the beauteous banks of the majestic Moonflow. We hope you'll join us there.
This had a lot of kofefe. Yo, this brings, I mean, this PS2 like style, you know, this era here. This brings me back. I never played X2, but I did play X. And man, what a time, huh? What a time. It's totally. That is cool. You remember the graphics looking much better. I mean, I feel like it, I feel like for the time, 10 looked pretty good, and then especially their cutscenes, right? The cutscenes in 10, the Final Fantasy cutscenes always look great, I remember. From 9 and 8, when I played those, like, they look great back in those days, huh? The JP voice is closer to that one? I see. I could totally see it being that way too. I mean, yeah. Based off of the kind of the differences that we've seen, or that I've heard between English Urqopacha and Japanese Urqopacha voice acting, they're pretty different. I was impressed with how easily Zoralja found Tobli, but also sort of frightened. Yeah. Yep, he just used this, sticking to his guns there. Okay, yeah, we'll see what, let's see. Urqopacha, good luck. I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Yeah, I could do that. Hey, I saw that look. Oh, I forgot. I gotta eat this again. All right. The Feet of Gold. It's alpaca catching time, huh? As Urqopacha helped demonstrate, the valley alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? You gotta learn. It's all a part of becoming the Dawn server, right? You must unleash a side of you that you didn't know you had. With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel, in the thousands column. I like how they... Okay. This is how they... 10,000 pel. Yeah, how they just state their numbers, right? They tell you the digits. It's pretty funny. I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that comes to around 1 million or so? Perhaps if we all pitch in 1 million gil? No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case... that basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. Oh, it's like one of those YouTube videos where they're trading. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna take this wool and trade up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take this penny and see how far I can get by trading it. Something better. You've asked your teammate to smell you before. You forgot to wear deodorant that day and was in panic. I may have asked my friends to smell me before. I feel comfortable enough to do that. Like, hey, do I smell, dude? Like, no. Time to cash in those gold sacks. No. We ain't cashing in there. You got the mount? You can close this tab from the background? You got the... Wait, which mount? Which mount are you talking about? But yeah, Ivy. Yeah, I'm gonna assume you're a 14 player. I hope you've been enjoying Dawntrail and all that. Are you on the NA data centers by chance? That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 bell, not a million, so we're looking at 100 times more. Alright, I panicked and gotten confused with Alphinode's million gil. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I just hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again, Mablu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I ate them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Urqopacha goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Okay. Hooray, let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with the beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. For the rest of us stay behind perhaps, it may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although Kev, I think you should go with Urqopacha. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share, that's right. I am a master of the marketplace. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Kev anyway. The better to keep my hands free. I surely will not lose this as well. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. You know, I feel like it'd be interesting to do this like trade-up challenge in 14 or an MMO like this. But I feel like there's definitely like some high-level player, like a lot of like high-level players out there who just have so much shit, and like if you were to like just trade them something, they'd probably just like give you something like like so many more like, you know, multiples of the value. Like if I just traded them like, oh here, have a Crimson Fire Sand, they'd be like, all right, here, take a frickin', you know, rare minion or something. Oh, the Twitch drop now. You had almost 0 gil when you did this. How come you never have any gil? What's going on? Yeah, make sure you guys get your Twitch mounts and stuff. I have it. Here it is. It's kind of covering my can't really see. I guess I can. I'm looking down a little bit though. That's right, I can't fly. Let's go over here. Oh, Key Lime's doing fates. The bow blocks your vision. Yeah, I know. Yeah. If it's not the pompadour, it's something else, isn't it? Yeah. Urqopacha. It's really possible to make 100 times that what that wool is worth just through trading. This is the artisan who makes our taming saddles. Lovely. I'll be on the lookout for that music. I like this this theme. I like that. I always like that part of the Dawntrail trailer song. Something I can do for you? I guess because when I'm just thinking of like the Randy video when I edited it too. It's like the part where, it's just the whole montage and then Randy's like eating the burgers with Graha and stuff. Or dancing, smoking a J next to Rian J. We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how much will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What? Oh, I was like, why did I get so close to this person? I have the wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you got yourself a deal. Okay, this bodes well for us. Third promise, such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Okay. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle's going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. Was Havli... Did I talk to... I feel like I might have talked to this person in the open world just before this quest. Was this the person supporting Zarul Jah? I don't remember. Or, you know, they're just like, oh, you're the third promise now. I can get some more from you. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because, oh yeah, this was the person. Because I must support the man of ambition who'll see my business prosper. Zarul Jah will go to war and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of that is true. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Well then. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wuklamot. The younger ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Yeah, I could totally see that too. I mean, you know, I'm just thinking like, I remember when I was, I don't know, maybe like in middle school or something. Maybe middle school, and I was just like, or maybe elementary school, or maybe middle school, around there. And I was just kind of becoming like more aware of the world and how like I'm not the main character. And then, you know, I think about things like, you know, like the world wars and stuff, and how like not long ago that was, even to this day, right? It's just like a lifetime ago. But it's so easy to forget sometimes, right? Still others, or, you know, I was coming to terms with like how, you know, perfect life isn't necessarily, right? It's not like, you know what I mean? Anyway, still others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They become obsessed with innovations like the didgeridoos that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you one of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yokhoi ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn's servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. It's a trip for sure, yeah. And it makes it like even all the more frustrating. You know, especially for something as world turning as like a world war, right? When you have people who are like, I don't believe it actually happened. You know what I mean? Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddlemaker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with a piece of Tuliolao on the line. Yeah, she's Luffy. Pretty much Luffy. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn's servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. Let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Ah, yeah, that guy. Of course, the Weaver. Bold Nook was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. You always and still get told from the older generation how different things are now and how we have no clue, which is true. Yeah. yeah, for sure. I could totally, yeah. Things are very different now. You have anything to say for yourself, Havli? Only the finest leather. Well, I mean, you know, growing up, as, you know, like, say, like a first generation here in this country, like, could be very different from, you know, like a second or third generation, right? Especially if, you know, like, you know, some families who have come over here, like what it took to actually, like, get over here and all that. And how difficult that was. Is this where you met the Weaver? This is the spot. After Bolnok talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ikuvlo's Inn. Most visitors to Wanchonpelo end up staying there. Let's go and check. I mean, you know, you think about like the whole like, you know, strict Asian stereotype here. But it's, you know, it's for a reason, right? That's just like my personal experience. But also, you know, our own generation, we have our own problems to deal with as well. We you know, we deal with stuff that, you know, our parents like likely would never really like understand as well. Right? We talk about, you know, I feel like we've been having a lot of talks about like, well, I guess in our group personal texts about like the digital world and the pressures of social media and whatnot. The rising costs, the stagnation of wages, etc. Things like that. Oh yeah, this is the music, right? This is the one you like? It sounds like what they were just playing at nighttime too. Oh, that's because you were hitting the fates. Oh, I see. It reminds you of Nier. I could feel that. And 15. I actually don't really remember the music from 15. I like this though. Yeah, it does have a. It's nice and serene, but it also has kind of like a grand vibrance to it as well. You know. Look, it's the key line. Do you have a cactus on your... Wait, is that a minion? Or is that just a... Oh, no, that's just a... Okay. I thought like you had a cactuar minion. And it was riding on the chocobo. Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. I've enjoyed the music quite a bit so far in Dawntrail. Now, granted, a lot of it is kind of... Especially being in like Tuliyollao, around that area, in the beginning of the MSQ. A lot of it was we've kind of heard from the trailers and whatnot, but we're getting some new stuff here. Anyway, what do we have around here? What's this? Quality liquor, yes. Damn smooth. Yo, your chocobo has a hat. Oh, I think you went off screen for me, but oh wait, I want that. Yo, wait, how do I get that? I actually want that. Yeah, that's dope. I guess I didn't realize it. Oh my god. Oh, wait, this guy was literally just up here. Okay. Boldnook. Oh, nuts. Oh, it's ooh, hunt vendor in the city. Okay. We meet again, but wait, weren't you all on your way to Wanchonpelo? Now these are hunts, not the fate grind, but actual hunts. which I still have yet to do. I need to do some hunts in Dawntrail here. Can I have that basket, Kev? Yes, here you go. Nuts. Nuts for the nutkin. Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bolnok, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise, you wish to do business with me? When I ask what this is all about. You see, I'm doing the trade up challenge that I'm gonna post to YouTube. I'm gonna take this basket of wool and see how far I can get trading this for something far more valuable. I see, so the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Yeah, I like this guy. This guy's cool. Oh, weather change. Is that like snow? Snow? Peace in Toral is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace when the hold on. I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace when the throne. I see. Okay. Also, I had a little something on my screen here. Messing up my reading capabilities. Okay. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray. Is this area like I don't know, like Peruvian-ish or something like that? Or is that what I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm very uncultured. What is this area specifically based off of? Was that what I'm looking for? Peru? No, maybe? Oh, okay, it is Peru. Okay, I'm not as uncultured as I thought. I'm still very uncultured, but not as much as I thought. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. That's very generous, Bolnok. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. Apparently, yeah, it looks cold here. I don't know. I still got my shorts on though, but I suppose we can continue with this. I have every faith in you, third promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. Peru and Bolivia. Oh, I see. Gotta bring Endwalker and Dawntrail share currency for hunts, which can be useful. Okay, I got it. Yeah, you know, I mean, but if we ever do, if whatever I do, like my first hunt, might as well do like a Dawntrail one, perhaps? Maybe? I don't know. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Kev remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. It is also vital to be the Dawn servant. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Now, so, what I was talking about the, oh, maybe we'll wait for this to end real quick, this cutscene. Here, Kev, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erenville would never let me hear the end of it. All set, our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade. Look at this. Okay. Victory screen. Yeah, it's snowing right now. Okay. You know how earlier I was talking about the criteria for winning the right of succession? And one of the things we brought up was, like, you know, the people. How much of a say do they have in it? Which I'm still curious about. I'm also curious if it's actually just a straight up black and white, like, you know, you find the Golden City, you win, like, you're it. Or if, you know, if it's gonna be more than that. Like, even if you found it, like maybe these, what do they call it? The executors? They called it something. Anyway, the delegates that we're supposed to meet, I wonder if, like, at the end they'll all come, you know, come around and be like, you passed my test. I mean, even if they give you the thing, maybe they'll still have a say at the end, like, oh, I like the way you went about it. Like, you grasped the true meaning of my test or something. Anyway, it's snowing. We turn 100 pel into 500. I know it's only 5 times more, but it feels like 500 times more. Anyone can get lucky on their first trade. It's all about consistency in winning again. Can you do it? Also scaling up your trades. Right? That's the tough part. You got more on the line now. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? Maybe they're cold. They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. There you go. We find the demand for our supply. Or someone wearing like extravagant stuff. Maybe they're into fashion. Because people who are into those things, those hobbies, those interests will spend up on those as well. Where should we begin our search? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamulja, who soldier for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bared shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. I'm gonna click on this guy, but what if I click on you? Tell me, who among these gathered... Okay. They're just repeating the dialogue. This one's already fully dressed. An artisan or peddler, perhaps? Come to rest after visiting Wanchanpelo, like Bolnok, would be my guess. Does this guy have arms? Let's see. No coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, he might have a winner. I thought he might have had a sword on him or something. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliola. Oh, a toolmaker. And was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I am a man who takes pride in his appearance and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Do I have a deal for you? This reminds me of the time when we were peddling off Loporits in Charlian. Like, do you need an emotional support Loporit? I have the perfect deal for you. It's your lucky day. What a splendid poncho. This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. A nice quality hatchet. A necessary tool for any survival game, right? That's always one of the first things you gotta get, a hatchet. The blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. Okay, so we double it up. Oh, from 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful, a fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's Mate Garden for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. Well, I guess we know where we're going next. That's what Pal World taught you? Hatchet first. Where did I learn hatchet first? I mean, really any sort of like survival builder sort of game. It's always like the hatchet. Hatchet, shovels, pickaxe. Right? Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Miplu's Mate Garden we go. Speaking of that, I was thinking of other co-op games. There was one I forget the name of it. But it's a zombie game apparently that's been out for a while, but like early access, and they finally released a 1.0. And I've actually never played a game like that. Maybe in the future, if anyone is... Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones will be the calm type, right? Excellent trade! Oh, that's a fine looking hatchet. Get your local specialties here. Urqopacha is home to the Pelu Pelu, and many merchants like myself make the journey to these mountains to trade with them. They are gracious enough to offer us beds in the inn and a dip in the hot spring. Ooh. The hot springs. Hello? Can I stay at the hot springs? We're looking for you know, this does remind me of Final Fantasy X, like a little hovel like this. I want to go to the hot spring. I've actually never been to like a hot spring. I've been in like hot tubs and whatnot, but that seems like a cool experience. A hot spring. Y'all ever play Ghost of Tsushima? In that one, you one of the things that you do in that game is find hot springs on the map, and then you get naked, and then you sit in the hot spring, and then you write poems, I think, or you do something. Oh no, you think about things. You contemplate in the hot spring as a way to progress some narrative, or get at least a little bit more narrative as to the current plot. 7 days to die. That sounds like it could be right. Yeah. Here we go again, writing alpacas. Well done recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you have a mind to change professions, you make an excellent merchant. That's right. Oh, I guess while I'm here, 53 yams to the west. Oh, it's up here. We got our first ether current. This brings me back. Way back. What's the next one? 227 yams to the south. Elam, are you oh wait, that's Noel. Are you guys grinding? Oh dude, this you know, I didn't zoom my map out. I was like, okay, so the entire area is like this, and then I didn't realize that you had all of this down here too. Pablo's dream. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. Oh, thank you. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Alright, here we go. Let's mount up. Mount up. So, oh, I'm going for a ride. I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. That rhymes. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. Yes. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding no matter what you say. Whoa! Without our alpaca friends, we Pelo would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking on the way? Will people in the open world see me on this? Do they see me on this or no? Probably not. I swear the mountain is too tall to be real. I actually saved a screenshot for like a Blender reference. Urqopacha, wasn't that the name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there, to the highlands belonging to the Yokoi. Oh, I'm stuck in a cutscene where I started. A Mega Magui. So Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. I think you're doing a good job. If I can help you buy the taming saddle though, then it'd be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. Yellow cactuar. What a great trip this had. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Urqopacha's inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobly took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them. Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that Urqopacha's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Meatblue herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the Third Promise, and let's get to bargaining. I wonder where Kawana and Bakul Jaja went. Where they started. Or maybe they'll be at the Hanu area. You have that little axe for me? Yes. Let's go. Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. You're Meatblue, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the Third Promise. I may be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal will bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mistress Meatblue, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, a generous deal here will put you in the Third Promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you I stand with the Second Promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will have no longer have need of hatchets. Sorrel, you have a adamant supporter here for you. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Urqopacha. That is why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction, unless we flip the leaves or something else. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Goanna's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the field. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Kev and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. I can do this. Mablu is so sweet. I'm off to work. I'll be back. Yeah. I found my calling. Oh, there's one over there. That's an interesting plant. $132 yams to the southwest. Miplu's Mate Garden. Overseen by the eponymous Miplu, the cultivation of this mate tea garden has introduced lush greenery and fertile soil to Urqopacha's usual vistas of sparse vegetation. The operation has almost become a small village in its own right, with the number of field hands ever growing to match the garden's steady expansion. It's like I'm on a tour right now. That one's a different color. That one too. Or I guess maybe these ones are covered with snow. Did you just learn of a lookout point over there, Noel? Is that where you're hitting up there? You brought me some leaves then. Yes, I have. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. You were looking for it? I got you. Here, we brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet... What is my labor worth? I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate. Bought at the shop, one sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands. Ooh, our labor is worth a lot. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we can come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. We did it. We traded. Mablu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? So you intend to give up then? I can't. After getting a taste of real trading, I want to be a merchant more than ever. Ooh, it's like a drug. Then you'll just have to be honest. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Dural's peace, and becoming Dawn's servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli held the same opinion, so talk to him. There's a reason why you have, like, pink clothing on, right? You're unique compared to the other characters here. You're right, it's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. I mean, having a merchant for the stables could be of use too, I'm sure, right? What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain away into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Sorel and Zoralja? I mean, of course I am. I'm Wook Lamont of the Dawn's Promise, after all. I might have a level up here. I might switch to Picto. Excellent trade. 5,000 pel. Success. That's right. Here, we'll go Picto for a little bit here. And then we'll even switch over to... I can't do that here. A premium deal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Aaronville's point. Excuse me. Righty then, our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. I want to speak with a man by the name of Gobli. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his products, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're gonna need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. Alright, give me the juicy deets here. Me, I'm a chef from Tuliola. I often come here to buy Gobli's mezcal, the finest in Doral, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It'd be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. We just gotta outdrink him. That's it. Gobli might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Seems to be a low-key kind of guy. Likes his drank. There's not much I can say about Gobli, but I can tell you what Gobli's been saying. The other day, he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agave Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Let's see. Sounds like we can help. We can help with that. Pablo. What did you find out? All sorts of stuff. Yeah, the deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobli is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the... Oh, that was... Okay, I was just there. Yeah. Hello. You have business with me, sir. Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? How much is that alpaca getting paid? Now what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Ooh. We don't want to... I don't know. First? No, the pressure. The pressure's on me, which is a good one to... Maybe we talk about the strong drink thing first, and then we show them how much we like the strong drink. I don't know. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hubigo chef, is the same. Seeing as that everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance. I thought we were going to do this in a different way. Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right, absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hubigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Think of Matsuya, yeah, I'm sure. Poor Matsuya. Yeah, I was gonna say we saved the monster slaying for last. I was of the same mind. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with their presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volokshunza. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. It's like, wait a minute. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnok, and his works are highly regarded in Turiola. Okay, she's going ham right now. As a supporter of Urqopacha and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Alright, now we go slay some monsters. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring cell swords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Kev and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. Alright. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnok. The fields you're looking for are just north. Be safe. I'm ready to slay some monsters with my drawings. They will die of shock, seeing how horrible they are. Okay, so there's gonna be one up here. 230 yams to the northeast. Urqopacha. That should be Agave Jaws just over there. This'll go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests. Got it, dude. Feel very slow on this. Especially on this mount. I feel like this mount should be going a lot faster. Oh, I forgot to do my motifs. Ah, take that. And then take a hammer motif. Ah. Ah. Yes. What is this? Oh, it's the hammer again. It's like I unlocked something new. Pop. Lasers! What is this? Comet in black. What does that do? Okay, let me find this just in case they're like, they just teleport me. Oh, it's up there. In case they just like teleport me away. No, leave me alone. How could you? It's okay, I can take care of all these guys on my own here. Right? What is that? Oh, that's my AoE thing. Oh, I see. You're still alive. Oh, now you... Fine. That's fine. I don't want to fight you anyway. Dude, oh. My only, one of my only gripes with this game is how long it takes for, like, aggro, or to, like, de-aggro something. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. Yeah. Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. Alright, here you go. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobley. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bold Oak as agreed. Then the deal is done. Your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. Yeah. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, Third Promise, but let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Making a name for yourself. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand, for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. A premium deal. Excellent trade. Got that premium. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Yeah. I was gonna see if I can get into a CC game. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havli's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. The mezcal. Phew, still in one piece, right? Time to make our deal. The fruits of our labor. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. Well, the power of friendship saw us through. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. That's right. The intangibles. And we had short shorts. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zoral Ja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, Third Promise. Great. Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. That's good, though. At least they're not trying to, like, you know, straight up deny us because of their affiliation. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Hell yeah. Where are my shades? Now if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. I can taste the smooth mezcal already. I kind of want some now. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you are going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Feat accomplished. Ooh. Success. Oh, it's probably because of this. Do 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 do. It's a little fox. You've acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. How heavy do you think Aaronville's backpack is? Because that guy just be rucksacking it everywhere, you know? He's probably in really great shape. I know. This is something I need to learn. Yes. Such floof. Black screen? A black screen. Feel so bad for him constantly carrying it. He must be in super great shape. Probably great back, shoulder, and core strength. Yeah, I mean, dude, this guy is basically, you know, he's doing military training. every single hour of his life. He's carrying a heavy-ass ruck along with him, you know? Great sunken gods, I did it. You did it! The alpaca looks so happy. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Urqopacha's touch. That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. Why don't we just lather ourselves up with that scent? You know? You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that. Oh, did he win? Zaralja, he's back. Dang, he's got a golden alpaca? Having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he's brought, is it just me or is it glowing? He caught a shiny. He's got a shiny. How rare is that? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Urqopacha. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Toral can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliolal and all those years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth, they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. You know, I mean, there's truth to that. There is some truth to that, isn't there? 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. What happened during the final days here? Did they not, like... Did it not affect them here? Because that would have brought some conflict. I mean, the way it effed up there and everywhere else, right? You would think they'd be like, hey, that sucked. You know what I mean? The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts, only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Gulul Jaja did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Turiola, but the star in its entirety. Well, shit. They were in a bubble, right? Zoral Ja's so pretty. He does have some pretty thick quads and hammies, it looks like, you know? You know, I mean, this kind of reminds me of the Garlean Empire, right? I mean, in theory, or in essence, right? Their goal was also to unite the world under their supervision as well, because they thought it would be best that way, right? What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone. What's going on, Keelan? That looks like a candy. I kind of want to eat it. Big fan of his quads. What's going on, Sotobachi? The guy thinks he has a chance against Grand Company of Eorzea, Charlie, and Resident Han. Also high. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know. I mean, I was kind of like, you know, feeling him a little bit when he's like... Because it's true, right? Conflict does tend to... a time of conflict will breed a time of peace. And as that time of peace continues, people forget the horrors of conflict. It's like a bit of a cycle, right? Especially when you don't pay attention to history, right? Or when you think everything's fake. You were just emojiing because of that one guy's eye. Yeah, his eyes were going crazy like that, right? Strawberry flavor. Also, sorry you came in while I was thirsting over Zoral Ja. You're not a Bakul Jaja fan? I thought he was the one making the rounds on the internet. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even Kawana. It's like we're not even family. You know, look, the Dawn Servant, I'm just saying, the current Dawn Servant has like 2 heads, right? So who's to say that the new Dawn Servant can't have 3 heads, maybe on 3 separate bodies? The Dawn Servants, right? Iguana eyes. Yeah. You like Zoral Ja better? You also like Gulul Jaja? Dilf? Zoral Ja has Jotaro's voice in Japan, so I just think he is massively cool as soon as he says a single syllable. I mean, he seems... when I first saw him, I was like... He's like, you know, he's like that one that, like, you know... If this was an anime, which it kind of feels like, right? A hero's journey like that. He's that one, like, stoic character. You know what I mean? Like, every anime has that. They have the stoic character. I guess Koana's kind of like that too. Somewhat. You keep meaning to go back and switch. I'll ponder Zoral Ja and his mysteries later. Right now I need to think about finishing the Feet of Gold. I have my saddle. I practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Urqopacha is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Urqopacha off on our hunt. You know, there's other ways to unite lands that don't require conflict and war. Yeah, but let's be real, guys, right? If he actually, you know, try to get all like, you know, like Hitler or something on the world, I mean, we're the warrior of light. I mean, come on. Right? Look at me. Look at me. In my short shorts, right? This guy. I mean, what makes the rest of the world so strong, right? You think about all of Eorzea. Ah, see, I knew it. All of Eorzea united, and then all the allies that we made along the way as well. All the way to the east and all that, you know? Ape strong together. Has anyone seen the new Planet of the Apes? I was actually curious about it. Is that out yet? Can I watch it? I mean, like, is it done with... It came out in theaters already, right? Is it out for streaming yet? Can I watch it somewhere? Nods, big Poseidon fan. I know it's actually Altair. I like how you're cross-chatting with Volpini from one platform to the... See? Look at us over here, right? We've been brought together. One platform and another. Two platforms at odds with each other. Find common ground behind my bald head right now. See that? Utaro, Kujo, Sebastian from Black Butler, Erwin, Sinbad. Oh. I'm not really familiar with those characters. You Planet of the Apes, as if the last 20 movies aren't new to you. I really like the new Planet of the Apes series going on. It's pretty good, actually. Was it the second one or the third one? Well, either the second one or the third one was really dope as well. I think it was the second one, maybe. I think in theory, or you know, I think in a lot of people's eyes, like the first one's probably the weakest. But I like the first one. But they're pretty good. Enjoy them. Bro has maxed EMP. I commissioned and drew and got gifted so much art in the day. I don't know what EMP. Like an EMP bomb. I can do this. I know I can. Cheer on Urqopacha. You don't need me. Hear you, but I will. Ah! I've seen some of the old Planet of the Apes too.
Good luck there, Promise!
Oh, good luck!
Thanks. I'll need it.
I saw the one with Mark Wahlberg for sure, and then I've seen some of the even older ones, but I don't really remember those that much. I just remember like the orangutans in like an orange robe or something like that, like those really old ones. Because I definitely watched like bits and pieces of them when I was younger. Known Altair Simp. Oh, this guy? Who dat? He looks like a nerd. Looks like a big nerd. You can tell by all the books he has. And then he has glasses. Only people who are... Only nerds have glasses. Nerd. Thanks, I'll need it.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
Exactly. See, you're learning a great lesson here.
Right. I'm off.
You must unite the alpacas. to take over the rest of the world.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
When are the twins gonna have like a little growth spurt? Is that ever? You think that's ever gonna happen? Do you think that's ever gonna happen in this game? Are the twins ever gonna grow a little bit more? What do you guys think? Honest question.
I'm staying here.
As will I. Urqopacha is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Oh, is this the camping scene? We're gonna hit a little camping scene. It makes zero sense to ever grow them from any standpoint except the lore one. What about like aging? We left them behind this expansion, we would have had the perfect excuse to have it happen off screen. That is true though, the marketability of them, I mean, it would change quite a bit. You know, maybe one day whenever this game shuts down forever, towards the end, we'll get, you know, an epilogue. We'll see Chad ass Alphino walking around as an adult. You know what I mean? And he became an Olympic swimmer. They should kill off Y'shtola. That's what I think. That'll get the fans talking about something. Oh, he took his pack off. He's like a turtle without his shell. So naked.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
A gleaner.
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
Here, we'll take a little screenshot. Boop. I mean, I'm like half joking about it too, but I mean, I was just thinking the only time it would happen is if we had some sort of like time jump, which, you know, a lot of Final Fantasy games tend to happen, or tend to have, or, you know, some Blast of the Past or something like that.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
The salt.
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me.
How often do you think he's got to replace his boots, especially as a gleaner? Because these have great, you know, there's like not a lot of tread on them right now. Or am I saying that the other way? He either has a lot of tread or there's no tread left. No, okay, no, he has tread still. There's a lot of tread here. Those look pretty good still.
But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt.
I put on my old basketball shoes like a week ago, or a couple weeks ago, because I went out to meet up a friend. Dude, those things were so smooth. I was just like slipping on the ground. Like, it was just purely just worn away on the bottom.
Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlayan.
Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. The Lost City, perhaps?
As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
I feel like this is another instance of the Lost City kind of just having like that other meaning of, you know, if you seek it, seeking and finding the Lost City of Gold isn't necessarily like what you think it is, perhaps. Even though, you know, we very well might find like a physical lost city of gold, but it's like the One Piece, right? What is the One Piece? Is it actually a material thing? Or was it, you know, was it the journey? Oh, is Flamine only 37? I thought she was like... yeah, well, because she's always like, yeah, you know, drinking her tea, you know, just... What am I going to do today? Wanna sit on the balcony and drink my tea. But she does look pretty young. You're now a mentor again. Now when you join PFs in Savage or Extreme, everyone will look at you with respect and admiration, yeah. Technically a cover, she's a wanted terrorist. She's cosplaying as an old lady.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Here we are, back on the trail.
Wait.
The Dawntrail.
Are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City.
See, Mapalu's clothing with the updated graphics and stuff, like this looks dope. Like it's like I can see the fabric, like the weaving of the fabric and all that, right? And then it's like stuff like this on Kral's like little shoulders or whatever that like, you know, kind of throws me for a loop sometimes.
Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Yeah.
Just so.
Like Aaron, oh look at this, look at the sleeve right there. Look at that tent. Oh my god, do you guys see that tent? You think there's Ashians on the moon?
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
This just in. Third promise, Urqopacha found dead. Surrounded by alpacas.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Is it a herd of alpaca? Or is it just one? Oh, she got one. Look at that.
I did it.
Yeah, well, what's the alpaca's name? I'm so curious. What do you think the alpaca's name is, though?
Utterly spent. In small wonder.
I need healing after that arduous ordeal. Like how
Well done, third promise.
the alpacas are just chilling in every scene. They're just looking straight ahead. They're just blinking. They're just like, yep, I'm in alpaca.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Yes, yes. Any them, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. She did it. Hell yeah. It was good. All right, we got our first camp scene of Dawntrail. I pray this isn't our last, right? Because a good campfire scene, you know, it just makes or breaks an expansion. I feel like, you know what I mean? You need to level a tank again, then you'll once again be a mentor. She has her particular style, yeah. Wonder how impossible joining Party Fighter and Savage will be if you try to be a Viper main. It's already impossible for Extreme. There's only one way to find out. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Grandma Core. Look how pathetic her alpaca is compared to Zaral Jaw's pitiful. Well, Zaral Jaw found a shiny alpaca. Like... and he did it a lot quicker too. But, you know, extremely difficult. Savagely difficult. The ultimate difficulty. Puns intended. Urqopacha had no serious injuries to speak of. However, she had clearly been pushed to the very limits of her endurance. I spoke too much. If Urqopacha is up to it, we should be heading back to Toblis. Thanks to Alphino and his healing hands, I can actually stand again, maybe even walk. Well, you can ride your alpaca. Alphino was quick to lend a hand with this, with dismantling the tent. Is this to be his new obsession now that he's mastered collecting firewood? He's a camper. Look at this guy. He's all about that outdoor life. We were out here for quite some time, but I'm glad Urqopacha was able to catch her alpaca. And Erenville choosing to share a story with us was a welcome surprise. Yeah, no, we're learning a lot about Erenville here. Yeah. Okay, I think we're getting close to finishing this little section here. I'm so relieved the third promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold. You know we gotta take the silver piece, right? Knowing the Pelu Pelu. Urqopacha still seems a bit unsteady on her feet, hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic though? Mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. Yeah, I feel like I gotta try this at some point. Right, some mate. As Bablu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Group walk, let's go. Wait, they're all leaving me. That's rude. Hell yeah? I wonder if, like, I mean, it seems like it's something I could probably just get pretty easily around. Right? There's gotta be some place to get it. Huh? In my neck of the woods. I'll be on the lookout. And I think I've seen it like on like, you know, grocery store shelves and stuff, like a version of that. But I want to go to I'd rather get it from like a, you know, an establishment of some sort. What's oh wait, no, we're just over here. Where was that whole stone structure? Was that like up there? Oh, it was up there. Would like to go up there at some point. Now, is there any, like what, like, is there like a caffeine level to this? Oh, look for yerba mate. Would you recommend that? I was thinking about getting it from like a actual like place and not like a grocery store or something, but. Oh look, the gold one's there still. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Urqopacha can't be that far behind. Yerba mate is good. Okay, I'll just get that then. The actual tea part of it, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Dude, the alpaca's just chilling. Look at that. Alpaca don't give a damn about anything. Just living life. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. Adorable? Look at you. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes. There's no mistaking a valley alpaca. Yeah, those valley alpacas, very different from your regular alpacas. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it. Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zaralja did. It's so shiny. It really is very shiny. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. Oh. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Golul Jaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too, so my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Duriolal, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yokhoi, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Golul Jaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure equal to the Yokhoi in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Have I seen what Galuf looks like before? We saw that in a flashback, right? In Eureka? Is he here? I don't remember, guys. Is he this guy? That's a Rogadin. Wait. Is he? No. Maybe not. Reminds you of the gold animal coins in Donkey Kong Country. Oh, it does have quite a bit of caffeine. Yeah, I'm not really like a caffeine person, so to speak. Oh, this was 80. Oh, okay. Gala visited 20 years ago. I knew that. I was just testing you. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Golul Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. Hey, look, he's traveling with his crew too, right? It's a wonderful cast as well, right? There was this one dude that we saw in the trailer, like towards the end, where they're doing like a montage of characters. I don't remember. Was he a Rogadin? Was he like this guy? It was a guy that we had never seen before. I wonder if that was him. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Golul Jaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yokhoi's subjugation. Oh look, they're raising their cups. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. I am getting a lot of like One Piece vibes from this. He's like Gold Roger, right, with his crew. So what was that a few, I mean, and also in One Piece, right, they're always going to like new islands and everything and meeting new cultures and new people all the time as well. So it was that a few words from Golul Jaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. Never heard the bond. I mean, then also, again, we're reliving, it's like, we're living the journey of Gold Roger. Not only reliving the journey or going through like a similar journey, but we're hearing the tales of what Golul Jaja did here. Just as, you know, Luffy does when he gets to a new place and like, oh, this is where Gold Roger was at one point doing this. Perhaps, right? I've never heard the bond forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. And you may not know that Golul Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Yeah, it's not necessarily about the gold and the alpaca, right? It's about the alpaca and the gold. I mean, Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. That's right. He couldn't have. He's too stern, too stoic. You would have been like, Actually, he might have been able to accomplish that just by sheer force of will. Like, give me your shit or else I'm gonna kill you type of will. You know what I mean? You should be proud of the accomplishment which earned you your keystone. But he wouldn't have brought joy to the people. Maybe to that one guy who was rooting for him. Like, oh, I'm getting mugged by the first promise right now. Oh, look. It's the gummy. Dude, I really want to eat that. So this is what they look like. Go on. Go on, eat it. Ooh. A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, third promise. It had been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. Yes. The importance of properly knowing, yeah, okay. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them, yeah. I'm thankful to you as well, Urqopacha. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. I'm gonna be king of the pirates! Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide, yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? Let us all get drunk in celebration. There's one last thing I can help you with, third promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokoi. Ooh, yeah. They once ruled over far more than just Urqopacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yoctoral and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokoi have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. Yes. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Yes. Oh, Kral, I have a question I've been meaning to ask, and since we've finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? Ooh. My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yoctoral around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. You want to know how it first came to be crafted? I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. Yeah, I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, ma blue? They have cool pants. I actually never looked at their pants. I'd wear that. They look comfy. Right then, let's head back to Turiolal and get ready to search for the next selector. Farewell for now, and thank you for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden Alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zoral Jah's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Urqopacha, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. Just like Luffy. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. Urqopacha has the conqueror's haki. You want some mezcal? I actually want some too. I don't remember the last time I might have had some when I was in like Cancun. We did a little tasting thing. They're trying to sell us some stuff, so they let us taste something. It feels good to have the feet of gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Zoral Jah and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've been all I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been supportive. I can't read, but I want to be strong or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to Zblabirchia with us. The contest has already begun. Hey, we did it! Look at that. You book your next business trip to Spain, you will drink so much of that one wine drink they have there again. What is that one wine drink? What makes this so good? What makes it exceptional? And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onwards towards Kozamauka. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient Hanu friend has to say. Yay! Looks very happy.